Boom. Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me. Okay. All right. So last week we had an excellent time. We had a really good time. It was really fun. And we learned a lot. And we did a lot of interactive things. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Somebody let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Good. Okay, cool. So, welcome again to Tax Trivia Tuesday, everybody. It is about to jump off. We're about to get started, and we're gonna have some fun this time. Um, we're gonna talk about tax season is literally here. It's like literally knocking on the door. We got 3 weeks till tax season officially starts. Well, a little over 3 weeks, but tax season is about to be here. So we're gonna talk today and discuss about a lot of terms, terminology, and some scenarios dealing with what's gonna happen inside the tax offices for those of us that are actually preparing taxes, or for those of us that are going to get our taxes done. It's gonna give you an understanding of certain terms, terminology, definitions, and things like that that you will encounter this upcoming tax season. Hi again, I'm Henley, your host, and I feel so good today to be here and host this thing for y'all. It's an amazing thing just to network with other tax professionals and individuals in the industry and those that are seeking to gain knowledge in this industry. So it's a huge honor to be able to do this for you all. I did also go ahead and put the request in for everybody that was in tune last week. You will receive your travel voucher. So I'll probably be reaching out. Either me or my assistant will be reaching out to you all to get your email address and email it. I don't think I can. We might could send it social media, but I will make sure that I think it works better email. But yeah, we are gonna get y'all that. So I'm excited about that also. So we're gonna go ahead and get started again. We like to have this fun event every Tuesday, and it's brought to you by Unwrap Success. And we don't like to hold you long, but we like to go ahead and get into it, enjoy this show, and then get back to our evening. So let me plug this computer up right quick. Make sure we don't have any issues during our telecast. There we go. All right. Boom. Let's get ready to jump into it. All right. All right. So, question number one. And we're going to start out with basic tax knowledge, but then we're going to go into the actual tax preparation process and some scenarios. Like I said. All right. So, question number one. This is a question about the government. Okay. So, who primarily uses our tax money? And this one here has two answers to it. All right. So does our employer use a portion of our tax money when they take out the FICA and Medicare and things like that? Those of us that have employers. Does the state government use our tax money? Does the federal government use our tax money, or does local businesses use our tax money for forms of investment, growth, things like that? Who uses our tax money? All right. Answer number one, federal and state. That's Terrence Dolman. Okay. Miss Porter said state and fed. Miss McKinney says federal. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see who used our tax money. That would be correct. Those of you that chose the state government and the federal government. Those are the correct answers for answer number one. And in this segment, we will have 20 questions. So we got a lot of times we're going to give out some more incentives and things like that as well this Tax Trivia Tuesday. We love doing the incentives. We love doing the incentives. All right, Miss Henry also said federal and state for the last one. All right, so our tax money is spent on all of the following for number two, except Social Security, the military, private school education, and national parks. Now, we had a question similar to this last time. It wasn't exactly like this question, but it was similar to this question. What do they say that our tax money is being spent on? Terrence Dolman again, private school. Okay, Miss Porter, private school. And I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. This young man here, he's not up here with me this evening. Neither did he even see me put this course together. He didn't help out or anything. So he's 19 years old, 20, well, about to be 20 years old, and he's getting his start in the tax preparation industry. Would you all say that he's learning some stuff? I mean, I didn't get into this industry till I was almost close to 30. All right. Private schools, parks, private school. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Miss McKinney said parks and private school. Okay. She also said, congrats, Terrence. All right. Let's see. Private school education. Our tax money is spent on all of the following except private school education. Why is that? Because the individuals that attend a private school literally pay for that and fund that. The government doesn't fund private school. Now, in some cases, there are grants that, but those don't come from the government. Those come from the school or through programs through the states primarily sometimes, but our tax money is not spent on that. All right. Just parks. Okay. Now we're about to get into the nitty gritty here in just a second. We're going to get into the things that we will encounter this upcoming season in dealing with the tax preparation of other individuals. So stay tuned, hold tight. We're about to dive in a lot deeper. Okay. All right. So which of the following is not a category in the federal government's spending? Which one is not a category in their spending? Is it mandatory spending, discretionary spending, interest on loans issued, interest on the national debt? Okay. Terrence says mandatory spending. Miss Porter says mandatory spending. Okay. Let's see. All right, we're nearing question number 5. And okay, it's interest on loans issued. That is not a category in federal government spending. Interest on loans issued. All right. Ms. McKinney said discretionary. It was interest on loans issued. And sometimes I'm getting the answers a little late because I have to toggle the screens. All right. Now, as y'all know, we like to do giveaways at Tax Trivia Tuesdays. So on our fifth question, we're going to do our giveaway, and that is going to be a $25 Amazon gift card. It's getting close to the holidays. A lot of people going to find some use for that $25 Amazon gift card if it ain't nothing but to just put it in somebody else's, to re-gift it. All right. So, all right. Question number 4. What type of taxes contribute to federal tax revenue? What type of taxes contribute to federal tax revenue? Like, how does the government make their money? They make their money off of which one of these taxes? Would it be corporate income tax? Does the government make money off corporate income tax, charging, paying corporations that pay taxes? Income tax, do they make money off income taxes for those who have to pay income tax? Do they make money off a state tax? Do they make money off excise taxes? What type of taxes contribute to federal tax revenue? Ms. Porter says income. Anybody else? Which type of taxes contribute to federal tax revenue? Now, when I first saw this one, I was like, okay, now that's a kind of tricky question, but at the same time, there's one clue that let me know what the answer would probably be, or would propose to be, just by this one clue. All right, so for me, the clue was that they all had the word tax. Which type of taxes contribute to the federal tax revenue? So corporate tax is a tax that corporations pay. Income tax is definitely, something that a variety of individuals have to pay. Ms. Henry says corporate. All right, estate tax is definitely something that any individual within a state would have to pay. And excise tax would definitely be a tax that's paid because it's collected. So when it's dealing with tax and all these taxes that have to be literally paid, then all of these taxes will contribute to the federal tax revenue, because in every one of these brackets, it has to be paid. And so when it's paid, even income tax, where does it go? It goes to the federal government. A corporation, where do they pay their tax? They pay it to the federal government. And so even no matter how you're structured, you're going to pay tax to the federal government. It just depends on how much you're going to pay some sort of tax. Excise, estate, property tax. I mean, but property tax isn't federal tax revenue, but all these taxes contribute to the federal tax revenue. Yes, they have multiple sources. And this isn't even all of them, but for this question, these taxes all contribute to the federal tax revenue. All right, we're about to go to question number 5, and question number 5 is the money question. It's where you get the Amazon gift card, the $25 Amazon gift card. Let's crank these giveaways up. I know y'all ready. Anybody ready out there? Go ahead and type ready in the chat box. Let's type ready in the chat box if y'all ready. Let's get it going. Let's get these giveaways going. All right. You say, let's go. Let's go. All right, cool. All right, question number 5. Bam. Oh, what the world? How did that happen? I told y'all that was the weirdest thing. Okay, so we're gonna do the giveaway on question number 6. Okay, I still had the question left. That was my fault, y'all. My fault. False alarm. We're gonna answer this, then we're gonna go to the next one. The next one will be the money question. All right. When signing up for employment, the W-4 form lets what? A, the government know how much you paid in taxes last year. It lets your employer know how much to withhold from your paycheck. It lets the 3 major credit bureaus know how many dependents you have. it lets you know how much you paid in taxes last year. What does the W-4 form do when a person that has employment sign up for it? All right. Ready for my number 2 card? Ready for the second card? Okay, okay, okay. Cool. All right. Let me see. You would have gotten that one right. Hey, it's many more. We got the next one. Look, the next one, if you get it, you got it. All right. So, all right. Everyone saying B. Okay, the second option, second option. Miss Monique says A. Okay. Okay. For the most part, everyone's saying B. All right, let's see. Let's do a discussion about this for a second, okay? And what this does is help individuals that come into the tax offices, and you explain to them these things so they'll know how to better plan for the upcoming season. Because see, now they're coming to you in usually January, February, maybe March, but you can tell them what they could do, in certain areas to either be able to get a refund check or, reduce their liability. So, all right, so the W-4 form, does it let the government know how much you paid in taxes last year? No, it does not. It does not. And I know we don't have them, like a actual visual of a W-4 form. We'll start doing stuff like that in the future. Does it let your employer know how much to withhold from your paycheck? Does it have anything to do with the three major credit bureaus and how many dependents you have? Now, the W-4 form does allow you to put how many dependents you have on it, but it has nothing to do with the credit bureaus. And it definitely does not let you know how much you paid in taxes last year. It would definitely be, the W-4 form lets your employer know how much to withhold from your paycheck. And yeah, it's on B. And Miss Love says, please go over this, y'all. Okay. All right. So the W-4 lets your employer know how much to withhold from your paycheck, because you do that by letting them know how many what is on that form. How many what? Anybody? Maybe Miss Love. Tell them what what information goes on W-4. Miss Monique says how many dependents you have. Miss Henry, dependents or exemptions. Miss Love, how many dependents? That would be correct. Everybody that said dependents, and Miss Love would definitely get that right, because Miss Love, tell them who you work for, Miss Love. Yeah, or if you want any extra withholding. Yeah, if you want extra withholding, you put that on a W-4 form. So you can let your clients know if they're wondering why their refund is so small, or how, it has to do with the W-4 and how much they had coming out of their work check. And Miss Love, she works for the IRS. So just wanted to let y'all know y'all got it official. Y'all probably thought I was gonna say she works for Unwrapped Success. No, she works for the IRS. So, but yeah, what a W-4 form does is let your employer know what all you want taken out of your payroll check, far as with dependents and any extra withholdings you want taken out. All right. Now, number 6 is gonna be the money question. Everybody ready? Okay. Getting ready. All right. Let's get ready. $25 Amazon gift card. Boom. All right. Jess is 21 in college, lives with her parents, eats their food, uses one of their vehicles from time to time, and has a job that provides 55% of her support. Is she a dependent of theirs? Yes, no, or just during tax season when they want to claim them? Mr. Emmanuel said no, she's not dependent. And so Dessa says no. Ms. Porter says she is. Ms. Henry says she is. All right. This is gonna be interesting. All right, because okay, all right. Miss Scott says no. All right. Now we're gonna look at this. We're gonna look at this because there's gonna be a lot of people. Miss Monique says yes. There's gonna be a lot of people that come in and somebody put the reason why. I'm gonna show you all the biggest reason why. All right, so she's 21. All right, so she's not a child. All right, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so she's in college, so it's like okay, she's 21 in college. Okay, so that could work. Okay, she's in college. She lives with her parents. She doesn't live on her own. She eat their food. She drive their vehicles, and she got a job. But the key is there's one key, and the key is the 51%. The 51% is the kicker, and it's not the fact. It is the fact that she had a job, but it's also the amount that her job takes care of her. All right, because 55% of her support comes from her job, so they can't claim her as a dependent because she takes care of herself over 50%. Now, if 40% of her income took care of her and they provided 60, then she's technically a dependent. But that 55% support that comes from her job, that makes her ineligible to be a dependent. And I mean, I know that's kind of a tricky one, but at the same time, you're gonna have people that come in and or you're gonna have. He said, "Now make it hard. What if she doesn't file? Oh, if she doesn't file, then you're gonna have this place right here where Miss Love working. If she doesn't file, she has to file. I mean, she's obligated to file. If she does not file, then she would definitely be they still couldn't claim her as a dependent. She would get some definite. Hold up, what'd you say? Not too much on us. Well, why don't you explain what happens if she doesn't file? You tell them in your words what would happen if she doesn't file and how or if this situation would change. Would it change if she didn't file? Could her parents still file her then? Miss Henry says, but if she didn't make over $10,000, they can claim her because she's not obligated to file. Is she obligated to file? And what happens if she doesn't file? I'm waiting while we get some answers together. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the answer. Their answer is it's no, she's not a dependent. And the first person that did break this down just to answer the question of if she was a dependent, yes or no, was Odessa. So Odessa will be getting $25 Amazon gift card. All right. Okay. I'm not going to put too much on y'all. We're not going to get too technical. Okay. We're going to move forward. All right. Miss Love wanted to just chime in on the last part and say she would be counted as an other adult dependent unless they lie. Yeah. So technically with this question, she would not be a dependent because of the 55% support of her own income. Odessa says, yay. Okay. All right, we got plenty more of these to give out. We only on question number 6, y'all. We got what, 14 more? Let's move forward. That one was real good though. All right. What item would you definitely see on a person's pay stub? And this could be multiple. All right. Would you see their employer's name, the employee's name? Would you see the gross pay? Would you see their occupational role at the job, or would you see all of them? Oh, and on the last one, if she did not report, that's when the underreporting department gets involved. Y'all know them better as AUR. All right. Yeah. So basically, no, she wouldn't be a dependent, and she should file. She should actually file because she made over $400. So all right. Now on this one here, we got them coming in at one time. Let me come in one time. Okay, Miss Odessa says A, B, and C. Okay. Miss Porter says all will be on the pay stub. Miss Henry says 1, 2, and 3. Miss Eartha says all but your role. Okay. Miss Scott says A, B, and C. Miss Francis says the first 3. Tank Dog says A, B, and C. Miss Trotter says employee name, employer, gross pay. Okay, yeah. Miss Porter says all pay stubs are different. All right. Now, it was a bit tricky. I'll tell y'all why. All right. It didn't say a W-2. It said a pay stub. So that there would definitely almost qualify because it does say pay stub. Now, here's the thing though. If we're talking about a pay stub, we're talking about a W-2 or just a general pay stub in general that's not coming from a contractor and it's just from someone working a job, then the answers would actually be employer's name, employee's name, and gross pay. Because if it's a W-2, it doesn't say, like, let's just say a person worked at Walmart. It doesn't say like if they were a cashier or if they did the baskets or worked in produce. It doesn't say that on the W-2. Now, if it's a pay stub and it might come from like a local company, they may print that on there. It's possible. That was kind of tricky, but we're looking at it as if it were a W-2 or an official pay stub. It's not gonna usually have the occupation or role. Yeah, look, we're gonna try not to get too technical, but guess what though? When these people are coming into the offices, they're gonna, they're gonna hand you information documents. And so that's what we're talking about today. Information documents, what all you might come in contact with, what all they might bring in, and what you're gonna see on them. So, it's we're just discussing them and just talking about information documents and things that if they were bringing in. I was thinking W-2. Yeah. And yeah, so yeah, that was the general idea. I edited this question and I didn't take out the word pay stub. I should have replaced pay stub with W-2. But it just gives us a general, well-rounded idea of the things that we're about to be, talking to customers and receiving. So and guess what? This is very important. One of the reasons why I chose this question is because of this. And Miss Love and Miss Porter said she did once have a pay stub with her occupation on it. And that's true. Sometimes, like if it's a local company or something, sometimes they might put your occupation on it. And one of the reasons why we talk about this is Miss Love brought this up. Beware of the fraudulent ones. They try it every year. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all something that happened in one of my locations years ago. And so we widely marketed to individuals that worked in the warehouses and individuals that worked at just certain places. And I'm gonna give y'all some marketing tips too with this right here. All right, so one marketing tip is this: if you're looking to gain clients, go put marketing materials where like warehouses are, where places where a lot of people work at one time. Put signs around that area or in the neighborhoods around that area where when people got to go home or ride through those areas. Put your marketing materials out. I would do signs like the bandit signs, like real estate agents and stuff like that, because of the simple fact people are gonna see it. And matter of fact, I ain't just telling you. This is from years ago. Like we got this stuff literally sitting around in the office because this is those bandit signs, they work. You put those around the areas where I'm showing you how we got them all types that we've ordered over years. So I'm doing a marketing course later on, so I'm gonna use these as visuals. But let me see how many I got a bunch of these things. But okay. The what I'm saying is with the W-2s and stuff like that, go to places where people work. There's a mass of people. Put marketing signs around that place. If they work wildly through like a temporary company or something like that, and it's a local company, then maybe you can even go in and talk to the manager and say, hey, inside the W-2 envelopes that you're gonna send out, if you put my flyer in there for everybody to come to me, I give you a referral fee and stuff like that. We did those things in the past and they worked big time. Also go to apartment complexes and ask the managers there if they have any tenants behind on rent. And here's the thing, this is why you want to do that. Usually most apartment complexes have somebody, people that's behind on rent. And then what you could do is talk to that apartment complex manager and say, look, I partner with me, and they can have the handyman pass these flyers out for you or put them on the people's doors and stuff like that. That way you don't have any liability. And when the people file their taxes, you could just get the property manager a yay or nay if the person got approved and accepted. And they can probably get a person a little time back, a little time, on their rent and stuff like that. But it generate ways to create large referrals, large groups of referrals. I'm just giving some examples. This has nothing to do with the W-2 thing. But back to the W-2 thing. What happened years ago? All right, so we promoted where some warehouses were mainly. And I noticed, like, I didn't catch the first one. We didn't catch the second one. We didn't catch it. It was like the third one. And what we noticed was we were putting in the same exact information for each person. So you got to watch for these fraudulent W-2s, because some people, they got professional ways of making them like in bulks. So, if you got people that work at the same place, sometimes just do your due diligence and look at another one from that same place. Just make sure the numbers and stuff aren't the same, because people got all type of scams and stuff going on. Miss Love also said, pay attention to the release dates. FedEx is horrible with it. Last check stub can be incorrect too. That's very true. The last check stub a lot of times is off. So, and that's why the IRS says that they want you to wait on the actual W-2 before you input numbers, because things could be off. Payroll might then put in something or anything. So these are the things we're about to, those of us that will be preparing taxes will come in contact with. So, you just want to keep your eyes open, prepare for the due diligence, and make sure that everybody's to the best of your ability. Definitely do your due diligence, make sure you're getting the correct information from your clients, and notate everything they give you so it don't fall on you. All right. Moving forward, question number 8. We're moving almost to question number 10. We're going to do another giveaway on question number 10. And by claiming exempt on the W-4 form, you are paying all income taxes up front at the start of the year. You are requesting an extension to file your taxes. You will not have income taxes withheld from your paycheck. You are paying all income taxes at the end of the calendar year. So if you choose exempt on this, what are you doing? Are you which one of these methods are you doing? Ms. Trotter said it's 3. You will not have income taxes withheld from your paycheck. Ms. Dolman says C. You will not have income taxes withheld from your paycheck. Ms. Hazley says C. Mr. Tank Dog says C. Ms. Francis says C. Ms. McDonald says same thing, no taxes withheld. Wait a minute, you're not just telling me you want to just pay all your taxes up front at the start of the year? Nobody thought about that? Can they do that? Nobody thought about that one, huh? No, because you can't pay all your taxes up front at the start of the year. You ain't gonna know how much you're making or you're gonna make. So you can't do that. It's definitely not requesting to file an extension. No, you can't do it. So yeah. So all right, let's see what the actual answer is. It's you're electing to not have income taxes withheld from your paycheck. It could or might not be good for you. It just depends on the situation when it comes time to file. All right. Here's a question that, we'll do. Yeah, we'll. $20 cash out for whoever get this answer right. Jason filed his 2022 tax return and owes money. If he does not want to pay a fee, when should he pay this amount by? First person gets this. Let's see. All right. April 18th, same year. October 15th, same year. December 31st, same year. Or as long as he doesn't file, he'll be okay. If he don't want to have to pay a fee, what he got to do? He just don't file, right? All right. So Ms. Trotter says 1, the first one. Ms. Hazley says it's the first one. I'm jotting it down, y'all. Okay. All right. Ms. Dolman says it's C by the end of the year. Let's try it again. Says the first one. You got your answer already. You gonna make sure you made sure you got in there. You got in there. If it's right. All right. Miss Francis said 1. Miss Henry says it's basically the first one. Tank Dog says it's the December 31st of the same year. Miss Love says she ain't playing. All right. Miss Porter says it's the second one. She can't remember. Miss McDonald says at the end of the year. All right. So the first person that got this one right gets $20 cash out. And a lot of everybody said it's the first one. Some people said it's C. One person said they can't remember. All right. Let's see which one this is. Boom. All right. If an individual filed a tax return, they owe money. and they don't want to pay a fee like an additional interest fee and things like that, they should pay that amount by the tax deadline, which is April the 18th of the same year, or the 15th if it's, if it's on the 15th. But yeah, but the last um date in the tax filing season, that's when you should pay it. And so let's go see who won this $20 cash app. I got you. I got you. I'll call on you if I have a question. Okay, you can help us out. All right, and it's good to have a network of professional individuals that know the answers, because we all don't know the answers. We study. Sometimes we might miss it, so it's good to have a network of people that know. So if anybody has some tax questions or issues, here goes somebody you can get some answers from. We also got some other people that's playing the game right now too, that are accredited by the IRS also. So, okay, you say, "Oh, we playing with money now." Let me step up my response time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now the next one is a money question too, but I just threw this one in here. So we're gonna go and see who got it first on this one, and that would have been Miss Trotter. She got it. So Miss Trotter gets $20 cash out for this one here. Question number 9. Congratulations, Miss Trotter. You can drop that cash app in the comments, or you can shoot it to my inbox, and we got you. We got you. Oh, she quick on the draw. It was there before I finished talking, y'all. Boom. Come on. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now, here go the money question. $25 Amazon gift card coming up. All right. Let's see. Are y'all ready? Are we ready? Boom. True or false? All wages, tips, and bonuses made by waiters, waitresses, dancers, and bartenders are taxable unless specifically excluded, meaning like they specifically put them in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna tell them that. All right. Are they taxable? Like if you're a waitress, and of course they have the pools where like you tip, and then everybody that's a waiter or waitress, it goes into this one lump sum, then it's split by everybody. All right, so your employer know about that. But what about the $5 or the $20 that somebody just slid you cash? You know what I'm saying? And you didn't tell anybody about it. Or if you have an occupation that just is consists of all tip income, is that taxable? You know, is it only the tips that an employer reported, or is everything taxable? What we saying here? What we saying here? All right, let's see who got this one. All right, so the first answer came in by brother Emmanuel Michaels. Okay. Second one, Haley Dolman says true. Miss Hazley says LOL. Miss Henry says only the tips that your employer reported. That's usually what they say when they come into the office. Like, no, I ain't make nothing else. Tank Dog says, see, only the tips that the employer reported. Miss Henry says it's true. All right. Miss McDonald says it's taxable. Everything is taxable. All right. So the answer is going to be true. All wages and tips and bonuses made by any individual who makes tips are taxable unless specifically included. And so question number 10, let's see who got it first. And I'm just making some notes here. All right. Now let's go and see who got this one. Let's go and see who get. Oh, Tank Dog said he read it wrong. All right. It is true. It's true. And let me see who got it. Go back. It will be Emmanuel, you got it. $25 Amazon gift card coming to you, brother. Bam, you got that one. All right, let's go on, roll on through this thing. Let's go on to question number 11. All right. Which of the following is false about W-2 information? Choose two correct answers. Okay, the W-2 is sent out in April of every year. It lets you know how much you earned last year. It lets you know how much was withheld from your paychecks. You get one W-2 form every year, even if you had multiple jobs. They just put it all on one W-2. Which of the following is false? And it could be two answers. Which of the following is false? All right. We got answers coming in. All right. Okay. Yeah, we had some. That was from the last one. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Answers coming in and scroll up so fast. All right, boom. The last two, Miss Trotter says the last two. Miss Hazel says B and C. Miss Dolman says A and D. Miss Henry says A and D. Mr. Tank Dog says D. Miss Trotter says first two. Miss Hazel changed her answer because she said she read it wrong. So she says A and D. All right. Miss McDonald says it's 1 and 4. All right. Let's see what it is. What is it? Boom. What's false about it? A W-2 is sent out in April every year. Hope not, or none of us gonna be getting paid next month. Well, I mean in February. All right. So W-2 is not sent out in April every year. It actually has a deadline of when it's supposed to go out to alleviate individuals from filing late, or and you get one W-2 every year for multiple jobs. No, every single job that you have or contractor opportunity that you are going to receive a 1099 for, they come individually from those employers. So you're not going to get one W-2 that says it's a W-2. It's got, okay, I worked at Walmart, bam, Kroger, bam, Sears, bam. Here you go, the whole thing right here. No, it's not gonna say that. You're gonna get individual W-2s. Your customers gonna come in with individual W-2s from each job that they work. Bam, that was a good one, y'all. That was a good one. All right. Miss trying to say I misread that. All right, cool. We're gonna move forward. It's all good. It's just getting us all ready for the upcoming season. That's all. All right. Question number 12. Jason is 15. 15, I'm sorry. Jason is 15 and a dependent on his mother's return. He had a summer job and earned $3,450 last year. Can he or should he file a tax return? Now he's only 15. All right. Is it no because he didn't earn enough? Is it no because you have to be 16 or older to file taxes? Is it yes because he may get a refund? Is it yes, you must file taxes even if you didn't earn enough? All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. All right. Miss Francis says yes because he may get a refund. Miss Hazley says same thing, yes, because he may get a refund. Ms. Dolman says no because you have to be 16 and older to file taxes. This one here require a little thought or a little experience or a little help from Miss Love. All right. Now, so one of the key things about this question that would throw an individual off is the question has. All right, Miss McDonald says too. All right, Miss one of the key things that'll throw a person off is that he's 15. He's age 15 and a dependent on his mother's return. So he's already a dependent on his mother's return. So can he legally file a tax return if he's already a dependent on someone else's return? This is a tricky one. All right. Ms. Hazley says yes, he can legally file as a dependent, even though he's on. I mean, file his own tax return, even though he's on another return. So if he was able to file his own tax return, all right, and he lived with his mom, but Ms. Love says he did not make enough. It has to be over $3,500 or taking care of over half his support. All right. So, well, he made okay. He made 3,450. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, okay. So it's a controversial question because of the age, and he's already on his mother's return. Now, but could he file a tax return? Basically, could he file one? Even though he's on another person's return, textbook says yes, because he may get a refund because okay, he's on his mother's return and he's a dependent, but there is a button where on a tax return where you can press and say that you are a dependent on another individual's tax return, and that individual, Jason, wouldn't be due for any type of earned income credit. The only thing he would be filing to do to see if he would get, Miss Love says, if he's a dependent and made over $3,500, he would only receive the taxes and no credits. And that's the point this question is getting at. He wouldn't receive any earned income credit or anything like that, but he would get his any taxes due, like his federal withholding. That's in the case of like, so if you have a customer that comes in and their parent wants to file them as a dependent and they meet all the dependent requirements, but that child might have worked too. If that child made income and they want to file that return, it is possible for that child to file their return also, but they wouldn't get earned income credit or anything like that. They would just get the taxes due that they paid in from working a job. All right. We're going to move forward. Okay. On your current year tax return, what needs to be filed on your 1040 form? Do you file A, Form W-2 of your wages? Do you file your W-4 from your employer? Do you file your prior year's tax return? Or does your social security number go on the 1040 form? Choose the correct answers. All right, let's see. Miss Hazel says A. Miss Francis says 1 and 4. Miss Dolman says 1 and 4. Okay. Let's move on through this thing. Let's see. Let's show these answers. And it will be Form W-2 for the wages and definitely the social security number. You that is the first thing that you put in when starting a tax return is the social security number. So of course the social security number would definitely be on the 1040 form. When you hit start a new return, it doesn't matter what system you putting in, almost the social security number is going to be one of the first things you got to put in for yourself or someone else. Ms. McDonald also says 1 and 4. Okay. All right. Which of the following is not a way you can file your taxes? All right. Through a tax professional, mailing in a paper tax return to the federal government, using tax software like TurboTax, or through your employer's HR department, which is not a way you can file your taxes. 5. Where that's at? Okay. All right. Miss Hazley said 4. Miss Dolman said 4. Tank Dog says 4. Miss McDonald says 4. Yeah, I don't know where 5 is. Oh, let me see. Let's see which way you cannot file your taxes. And it would be definitely through your employer's department, HR department. You cannot file your taxes through your employer's HR department. All right. True or false? A teen's work income can be reported on a parent's tax return for additional refund credits. A teen's work income can be reported on a parent's tax return. Ms. Francis says false. I know, some of them parents, they tell their kids that they be like, just let me do it. Let me put it on my return. Is it possible? I think not. That teen's work income, because that teen did that work. It's that teen's work income. So you have to report every individual on the tax return income, for that individual person. All right. Let's move forward. If a teen files a tax return, can the parent still claim him or her as a dependent once he gets his or her refund? Is it yes, all teens are dependents until they're 18 years old? No, if a teen files a tax return, he or she cannot be claimed. Yes, as long as the teen meets dependency requirements. Yes, but the parent has to add the teen's income to theirs. If a teen files a tax return, can a parent still claim him or her as a dependent? Yes or no? Or is it, Stallman says C. Tank Dog says C. Ms. Hazley says yes. Ms. Francis says 2. All right. Let's see. If a teen files tax return, the parent can still claim him or her as a dependent, basically. Yes, as long as the teen meets the dependency requirements. All right. Louisa earned $1,200 at her part-time job and $500 from babysitting in cash, which is true. We're gonna do we'll do a giveaway on this one. Do $20 cash out. All right. Boom. Whoever get it right. She will report her total income of $1,700. She will report her total income as $1,200 and not the $500 because it did not come from her job. She will report her total income as $500, and Louisa is required to file a tax return. All right, which is true? Which will she report as her total income? All right, hold on. They're coming in fast. Okay. Haley says A. Francis says A. Odessa says hey, A. Mr. McDonald says A. Tank Dog says B. All right. So which one should she report as her total income? Well, it would. She is required to file a tax return, and she will report her Total income at 1,700. So nobody got A and D. Yes, she is required to file tax return. That is true. And the total income is her job amount plus the 500 from babysitting and cash. All right. Which is true about earned income and unearned income? Earned income is how much you make from a job. Earned income is the money you make in interest and dividends, etc. Unearned income, unearned is any money you make in interest, dividends, etc., which is stocks and investments. Unearned is how much you make from a job, which is true. All right, Ms. Dolman says is 1 and 3. Ms. Hazley says 1 and 3. Tank Dog says it's A and C, which is the same thing. All right. Ms. McDonald says it's 1 and 3. Let's see what we got, which is true about earned income and unearned income. And it is 1 and 3. Earned income is how much you make from a job, because that's earned. Unearned is any money you make in interest, dividends, etc. Okay. We got 2 more. If you owe taxes, which of the following is false? You can make a payment using cash. You can delay your payment deadline. With an agreement, you can pay it in installments, or you can make a payment with a debit, but not a credit card. Which of the following is false? Ms. Dolman says it is D. You can make a payment with a debit, but not credit card. Ms. Francis says it's 1, 2, and 4. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. Boom. The one that's false is you can make a payment with a debit, but not a credit card. That's the one that's false. All right. We're going on to our last question, last and final question. And which is true if you do not pay your taxes? You owe twice as much the following year. You are more likely to be approved for low interest loans. You cannot go to jail, but you will be heavily fined. You can be assessed with large penalties and interest. Which of these are true if you don't pay your taxes? Ms. Dolman says D. Ms. Francis says D. Ms. McDonald says D. All right, let's see. D is definitely one of the answers. And you will be heavily fined. You cannot go to jail for not paying your taxes. That's via the IRS. You can go for not reporting them or underreporting them or not reporting them right. But you will be heavily fined, and they probably take a lot of stuff from you, all that type of stuff. And you would definitely be assessed with large penalties and interest. So thought it was a one answer. I understand. I did too when I saw it. All right, look, that concludes. We went over a lot, y'all. I did 20 questions. I don't know why I did 20 questions a day. We went over a lot. So Heavily is a little extreme. Who made this? It was already in this. I don't know. It comes out of a tax course. All the stuff today came out of an official tax course. So, but you will be, heavily fined. I mean, what word would you call it? She said heavily is a little extreme. And she says she works in collections and they do accept credit cards online. Look, I didn't make this up, okay? I didn't make this course up. So the so yeah, I'm pretty sure you do to accept any type of monetary um payment. So just an FYI. Well, thank you. Thank you, Miss Love. Well, I hope everybody that tuned in tonight enjoyed our tax trivia Tuesday. And it did go over, but we're glad that you stayed, checked it out, and were a part of it. We did not give away our last $20 Cash App prize. So I'm gonna give a question for the last $20 Cash App prize. What is the most exciting tax trivia that anyone can join in on Tuesdays concerning taxes online? Whoever gets this answer right, $20 Cash App. Miss Odessa says yours. Yeah, we brought it to you live here at Unwrap Success, and this is Tax Trivia Tuesday, and we appreciate you all for coming out, checking us out, and we hope everybody had a great time, learned some things, and are looking forward to the upcoming tax season. So, everybody, till we meet again, be blessed, stay empowered, and don't forget to tune in to our next Tax Trivia Tuesday. Catch you next time.